Alright, hello. So I said I would do a, I don't know, what you want to call this, but I said I was going to go over your video and whatnot. And so, that's what this is. And, it's a direct video upload to a random account that I just made, that I'm going to start using for stuff like this. But it's direct video upload and my camera does like to turn off sometimes, so the video just stops and comes back like a few seconds later. My camera turned off and I had to turn it back on, so just ignore that. This is probably going to come out to a couple parts, because I'm going to be watching the video, coming back and making comments about it and that kind of thing. But other than that, let's get right into it. I'll grab out the cards that we need. Right here, we'll go with that. That works. So you start off. By the way, I want to say that I'm going to be pointing out a lot of little things and stuff like that. The video was good. You did do it well, and I'm just pointing out ways that, like, what I want you to think about when you're doing things, and important little things that I think make the trick a little bit better. But you definitely did it well, so I want to first start off with that. Now you started off. Also, props on the music. I'm a Mraz fan, so good stuff. You started off displaying like this. I have one problem with this display. One is essentially the card that you want to be displaying right now is the queen, right? You want to be displaying the queen, and you displayed it with a 7 on top of it. What I think should be happening is you should be displaying like this type of thing, right? So they're separated, if you're going to display like that. I'm going to teach you the display that I used. Right, I just want to say, like, you spread like this. I want to bring attention to this queen, so we're going to separate it from the pack. And I know it's comforting to have the 7 there, because this is a double, and it's comforting to have the 7 there so it protects your double and whatnot, but don't be shy about exposing a double. I find a lot of people are, and it just doesn't matter. And yeah, I'm going to teach you the D'Amico spread, which is what I used, because it's really fun for situations like this, because it just looks so fair and nice, I find, and that's essentially what it is, and then I go into the spin double. But let me grab a card box also. Sorry about that. And I'll go into the D'Amico spread. Basically, you start off with a pinky break underneath, or well, above the cards that you want to keep underneath the spread, and you're gonna hold it in essentially what's a straddle. Okay, so it's gonna get straddled like that. Except because you've got a pinky break, if you want to straddle this with your index below all the other cards and your pinky above. Okay, so that what happens is all these cards are free to spread around, except for the cards that you have straddled. Because essentially this is straddled like this underneath all these other cards, which are free to spread. Right, so that's essentially what happens. So we take it from here, clip, and spread on top. And then we get this nice display, this nice fan of the cards. So we fan the cards, we take out the queen, draw attention to it, and then we put it straight underneath the box. Right? And that's step 1. Then we go into the display. And you did the display, I feel like, sorry, let me watch it though. I feel like you did the display slightly different. You did it, I don't know. My video's gonna lag a little bit because I'm recording this at the same time that I'm trying to. Yeah, okay, you do a display differently. I'm not sure what you do. I think you do this, something weird. It works for sure. It accomplishes the same thing. But if you're gonna continue to do it that way, I'm gonna teach you the way that I do it, just the handling. What I do is I spread, and the left hand's the only one that really matters. This top card gets kicked down and to the right, so that my index finger can go right in this little V, right? And it basically squeezes the cards against my palm, so I get a pivot point. Okay, so it keeps all the cards square. So this gets pushed down and to the right, and my thumb and my middle finger are just gonna clip and push forwards and around. Okay, and what this does is it gives us a second where we spread the cards, and we pause and we open. Oh. Sorry, that was one of those stoppages that I was talking about. What this does is, by doing it like this, because I have to readjust my pinky, or my index, sorry, it gives us a second where we open our hands. And it feels less like a move now, and more like a display. We lose the move feel to it because it's not tight, right? And Magic is all about being fluid and loose. Good card handling, that's what you want to do. You just want to be very loose and light with your cards. You don't want to be forcing your cards at all. You don't want to have tension, right? It's all about getting rid of tension. And so this second of opening up and then going into the move is very important, okay? And we put those behind and we go into our Ascanio spread. Now you do this whole part fine, except there's one note that I want to make, because here's what you did. Right? Then you do your paintbrush change, put this down, and then you had to go like this. And there's a reason that you had to do that. And it's because when you did your Ascanio spread, you didn't, whoops, I clearly placed that wrong. When you did your Ascanio spread, if you put, sorry, I'm going to take this out. If you put your fingers here as you close, you can get your break right away underneath that top card. Right? So that we can go straight into, sorry, our paintbrush change, and we've already got the break for our double. Right? So we're thinking ahead. We're thinking about what we're going to have to do, and we're eliminating steps because we thought ahead. So right here we have our double, so we can immediately pick it up, tap the box, turn this over, and go into our double. Now the reason I like this more is because it takes less time, right? It's more seamless. There's no second where I feel like you're doing something because you have to be doing it. And also, this flows. We don't lose view of the queen, and it flows nicely, right? Because we can pick up, go here, turn this over in our left hand as we bring attention here, and go straight into the double. And there's no time lost, it flows nicely, and it's just boom, it changes, and it's gonna go right there underneath the box. You know what I'm saying? So by prepping our double beforehand, and we go, whoops, whatever, we go into our change, and we've got our double here, we tap, turn this over, and we keep the flow of the trick nice and smooth, right? And we go underneath. Now actually, you put your cards on top, and that's because you changed the handling at the end, and I actually kind of like the way you handle it at the end. Props on that. I find it's actually better than my pickup move, although I do have one adjustment that I'll talk about after. And now we're about to get into a part that I think is really important. But we're at 8 minutes in this video already, so I'm going to start a new video, and we'll go into that.